You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Days of Our Lives fans. It is Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I've got your early weekly spoilers from Monday, April 29th through Friday, May 3rd. I'm so excited to take you guys through these. Big action happening with the baby storyline, with Kristen and Stefan, Sloan and Leo, EJ, Paulina, Chanel. So many things to talk about. If you haven't, though, please reach down, click subscribe, so you don't miss any of our updates. And as I always do on early edition spoilers, real quick, I'm going to run down for you what's happening the rest of this week, just to give you some insight and context for next week's spoilers. So Wednesday, April 24th, Stefan and Kristen are talking again about Li Shin, and they are trying to figure out who really killed him, who had motive, who had opportunity, all that. Again, I've said this, I'll say it again. I think Li Shin had Rolf kill and resurrect him just to screw with Gabby. We'll see if my theory holds water, but I think that is going to be a little bit of a problem trying to figure out who killed him when the fact is he's not really dead, as far as I know. Plus, Remington Hoffman has been seen back filming at Days, and of course he plays Li Shin. Tripp wants to take Wendy away for a trip. It looks like it may be more than a trip. It looks like they may be leaving semi-permanently, but I do know that they will be back. Rafe gives Stefan a very harsh warning that he better not step a toe out of line. Meanwhile, Ava and Harris are back over at the bistro searching for that list of contacts Gil left there that Clyde Weston has demanded. I don't know if they're going to do it at the soft opening and try to sneak off. Stephanie tells Jada that Everett finally signed the divorce papers, but then Everett rolls up on them and does not have the divorce papers because, as it turns out, he just threw them in the trash. And he's checking out Jada while completely kind of ignoring Stephanie. It's a very weird dynamic, and she doesn't understand what's going on with him, why he did this weird 180, why he doesn't have the divorce papers that he signed. And he signed them as Bobby Stein, remember, Robert. All right, Thursday, April 25th, sweeps kicks off. Maggie completely stuns Sarah and Xander when she tells them she's going to marry Constantine. It looks like Alex shows up for part of this conversation. Of course, he already knows it because he heard it from Teresa Donovan, who asked him to keep it in confidence. Looks like he will not. Teresa talks to Brady Black, tells him she feels like a failure. Maybe it's about Tate, maybe it's about Bella Magazine, who knows. Kristen talks to Alex and seduces him. She wants him to spend the night with her, and it definitely looks like she gets her way based on spoilers for next week. Meanwhile, Constantine tries to break up John and Steve's years-long bromance, and he does it by using that pawn card. Friday, April 26th, we've got Johnny and Chanel out apartment hunting. That's great. They're tired of being in the mansion, I guess. And Paulina chews out EJ DiMera, calls him on the carpet for the sketchy games he was playing with Stefan's criminal case and his general ineffectiveness and obnoxiousness as the district attorney. And rather than taking his licks or admitting he did something wrong, EJ's going to just double down and do more of what EJ does. Meanwhile, Nicole goes to see Chad about that reporter job at The Spectator. Looks like he is going to hire her. And Eric keeps digging into that missing money. And we already saw, I think on Tuesday this week, where he was seeing a recurring payment to the Salem Inn, and it looks like he goes over there, finds Leo. He's gonna find his wife with him. That's very, very interesting. All right, now into the week of the 29th through May 3rd, which is the first full week of spoilers. Big action happening. We've got Teresa Donovan just going off on Alex Kidiakis. She is furious he spent the night with Kristen DiMera. We'll have to wait and see if they actually do the deed, but based on the promo video where Kristen has him shirtless and is climbing him like he's, Mount Everest, it looks like they might. And we do know that, Alex is a himbo. He is a man whore. So wouldn't surprise me if he did it. Tripp and Wendy say goodbye to friends and family, and they leave town. Now, this definitely sounds like a permanent exit. I don't think it is, because in the official cast photo for the 15,000th episode, which will also coincide with Doug Williams' funeral. I did see Victoria Grace in that shot, as well as Remington Hoffman, and of course they play siblings, Wendy and Li Shin. I assume if Wendy comes back to town, Tripp may come with her. I wonder if Tripp and Wendy may find Li if they head to Hong Kong. Maybe he is there with their parents. Tuesday, April 30th, we have Marlena Evans cornering Everett Lynch. She wants to know why he has bailed on therapy. He has lied and told Stephanie he was still in therapy, and then he kind of talked about therapy in front of Marlena, I think knowing that because of doctor-patient confidentiality, she couldn't out him. But once she has him, just the two of them, then she can grill him about it. Chanel Dupree turns up sick, and Paulina and Johnny are very worried. Well, they absolutely should be, because remember, Paulina was radioactive, and she went to pick her up in that snow plow. So Chanel was in the very small cab of the plow with her mother. And generally with healthy people, it's not that big a deal. It is a big deal if you're pregnant. So I just wonder if Chanel might be preggo. We'll see. Wednesday, May 1st, EJ wants Paulina out as mayor. He is outraged that she disrespected him, although he deserved everything she said to him. And so he wants Nicole to use her brand new job at The Spectator to publish crappy things about Paulina Price. Boy, he just never gives up, does he? I don't think Nicole's going to do it for him, but we'll see. A lot of times he can gaslight her into things, so you just never know. Meanwhile, Nicole is shocked to find out that Eric Brady is also working at The Spectator. It looks like Leo's recommendation landed him a photog job there. Thursday, May 2nd, we have Sloan telling Leo, that's it. The gravy train is over. No more of my money. My husband is on to us. I've got to shut this down. And I'm guessing Leo is not going to like that. He told her he would keep blackmailing her until she gave back the baby, and she hasn't done that yet. Kristen and Stefan keep moving forward with their plans to get EJ booted from consideration as CEO at DiMera Enterprises. That takes us to the last day of next week, Friday, May 3rd. Nicole talks to Marlena about a lot of her stress. She talks to her about being worried about Holly and the whole drug issue, and her feelings for EJ and Eric that are mixed and conflicted, and being back on the job working every day with Eric is an issue for her because he is still in her heart. And of course, we know that baby Jude is theirs, but they don't know it yet. So very messy stuff that we are going to unpack and unravel during May Sweeps. Meanwhile, Leo Stark goes to see EJ DiMera and tells him a life-changing secret on Cliffhanger Friday, May 3rd. We'll see what it is. Thank you so much for tuning in. Those are all of our early edition spoilers. Come back soon because we'll have full weekly spoilers, 2-week spoilers, predictions, so much more. Thank you for tuning in, listening every day. We're here talking Days of Our Life 7 days a week. Be sure and subscribe if you haven't. Definitely drop your comments. And as always, I'm your host, Belinda from Soap Dirt.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.